Now, there's one question I'd like to throw out to all three of you, because that after the last election, everybody said there's a large Latino population out there. I would like to know how you interpret that. So why don't we let Juan and then Jackie, then you jump in, okay?
Bueno, yo no puedo asegurar cosas, pero efectivamente creo que a la opinión pública nacional e internacional le llamó la atención este fenómeno de que el voto latino pudiera definir una elección.
Yeah, what he can speak about is that the national and even international community, when they realize that the Latino vote can determine an election, the election in the United States.
Y por supuesto, yo creo que la lucha de la reforma migratoria es una lucha de largo tiempo, no es ahora. Ahora está como en su punto culminante, pero esa es una lucha que viene desde atrás, hace muchos años.
This fight, like this for the immigration reform, it's not something that it just started now. It's not recent. It has been like many years and a lot of work. It has been a long process.
Y yo creo que a esta lucha que se ha venido realizando por la reforma migratoria, los políticos que son los que deciden en el Congreso le han puesto atención a ese fenómeno de que el latino sea un voto determinante.
And now the congressmen, they now realize that the Latino votes and the importance of the Latino vote, and now they're paying attention.
Right.
Por esa razón, en este momento, la lucha por la reforma migratoria ha crecido y se está haciendo presión, porque se sabe que si no se hace presión, si no hay una movilización, es posible que no pueda pasar, pero de todas maneras creo que hay interés en que pase la reforma.
And now because it has been all this moment, specific moment when the elections were determined by the Latino vote, then people, this is kind of getting a momentum and is really increasing. So we hope that the congressmen are really, they will pass it, that it will happen.
Y voy a agregar algo. En esta región, por primera vez, los hispanos, los latinos, están participando abiertamente en esta lucha.
And in this area, for the first time, there's the Latino community is participating, right? Really fully participating in an event that is happening.
Jackie, how much of this move by certain members of the political community toward the Latino community do you think is sincere or just tactical?
Well, it's not. It's hard for me to assign motive, but I'll say this. There is no question that politicians and our elected officials now know that immigrant, Latino, Asian, the fastest growing demographic. And it's also no secret that immigration reform and making sure people have a pathway to citizenship is a primary issue for these voters. So, we're at a point now, and it was very deliberate. After 2007, when immigration reform fell apart, we regrouped and we developed nationally a strategy to register voters and build power, and it worked. We saw that.
It certainly did.
Yeah, and
It certainly did.
Question. Yeah, there's just no question. Everybody now knows that they have to pay attention to these issues. And we think that is really the game changer. That the elections were a game changer, the power in immigrant communities, and so we think that's what's going to put us over the finish line.
It certainly is. The prognosticators were way off on the Latino vote, and the next day they were all stunned at the turnout. And so you are correct by that. That was, and it's very interesting to see the reaction and the conflict between everybody as to whether or not which way to go on that legislation. I'm going to say it wrong, Jimena?
Jimena?
Jimena, and your input on that particular subject. Your input on the question that I've asked of Juan and Jackie.
Well, I think it's hard to say, and let's hope that it's sincere. But at this point, it's also like people in general like are becoming more like the regular individuals in every society, and now it's like somehow in this world like people are becoming more aware of their power and more aware of the fact that they can change things by coming together, and you can see that everywhere, and like this past year is like this. So I think politicians realize that too, that it's not the same kind of world, and it's changing and changing. So let's hope that they pay attention, that we can come together and also express our power. So who knows if they are sincere or not? But at this point, they have to hear us, because we're here to say what we need to say and use our power.
There you go. If you just joined us, you're listening to the WGXC Morning Show. Philip is on your radio, and I am honored to have with us the guest who will be participating in the Teach-In and Speak Out on Citizenship, which is taking place at the public square right here on 7th Street, at the 7th Street Park, on the corner of Warren Street and 7th Street, today at 5:30 p.m., from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m., and this is going to be a teach-in, and I think that's very interesting, because in an atmosphere where we do a lot of yelling at each other and name-calling, this is where we're going to have a teach-in. They're going to get down to the facts and let people know what their power is, what they can do and what they can't do in this immigration battle. And I have with me in the studio, I'm going to get it right now this time, Jimena Concha.
That's right.
Yay! She's the vice president of, and I'm not even, Somos a la vera del futuro.
Somos la llave del futuro.
Yeah, okay, I almost got it right. What does that mean?
We are the key to the future.
We are the kids of the future. She's the vice president of We Are the Kids in the Future. And next to me, my good buddy, Juan Sanchez, who is a community leader, a community activist, and also a WGXC programmer as a Spanish Latino American show on Sundays. Great music has almost made me drive off the road several times coming back from church. And that's what they have been talking about. And in closing, if you could, starting with you, Juan, if you could give me your closing feelings on this event and the other events to follow, what do you see in the future?
Que le digas como algo para terminar, ¿no? Como te sentís en este momento.
Bueno,
Ánimos,
para terminar, es muy importante que este no es un problema de la comunidad inmigrante nada más.
This is not a problem or an issue only to the immigrant community.
Es un problema de la nación,
This is an issue of the nation,
de toda la comunidad, de los ciudadanos,
all the communities and citizens,
de los que han nacido aquí,
to the ones that were born here,
de los que han venido de otros países y se han nacionalizado,
to the ones that have come from other countries and now are citizens of this nation.
y de la misma comunidad que de estos 11 millones de inmigrantes que necesitan legalizar su situación.
And also to the initiatives 11 undocumented individuals that have come here.
Muy importante que si estos 11 millones se legalizan, el Estados Unidos recibirá mayor aporte de impuestos, de ingresos.
If these 11 million undocumented people get their citizenship, they can also be part of this country, and also with the taxes, they will have the possibility, so the nation will benefit from in that aspect as well.
Porque hay que ver todo lo que la comunidad inmigrante produce para este país.
You have to realize how much this immigrant community have given to this country.
Entonces, es un llamado a toda la población, a toda la gente para apoyar esta reforma.
There is a call for everyone to support this reform.
Okay. And Jimena, your final statement.
Well, I think it's a great opportunity for this area and for the community in general to learn, to learn from each other, to see, even if you might think because you're American you don't have anything to do with this because you're not going to get documented. You already are documented. This is bigger, and it has been impacting every one of us. It's like a little example. It's like if you are driving and someone hits you with a car and they don't have the documents, they don't have insurance, and they, as little as that, it's a big problem, but it's like, so we have to all come together and learn from each other, learn about this and support it. And also people have been talking about that they will get, the jobs will get, like if they come here and get documented, they will lose, the American people will lose jobs, and that's not true. It's going to be actually the opposite. Right now people are working for less, so they are getting sometimes some jobs, but if we all come together, it will be like...
That'll be important part of the teaching.
Yeah,
It's equality.
it's not, don't be afraid of that. It's not all going to be very positive. The outcome of this comprehensive reform, it will be very positive for each and every one of us.
And Jackie Esposito, your closing statements?
Well, your other guest certainly, I couldn't agree more. It's true. The outcome of immigration reform will be a positive thing for everybody. And economists agree, all sorts of experts agree. It really is time to fix a policy that's just outdated. It hasn't been updated in decades, and it's not working. Everybody knows the system's not working. We've got 11 million people living in the country without papers. It's just not sustainable, and we can't deport all 11 million. Everybody agrees that that's not possible either. So really, this is going to be a win-win situation for the American people. I would urge folks to call your Congress members. Let them know if you have friends or family or neighbors or coworkers who are in this situation, and urge your Congress member to say, you should support a path to citizenship. You should get behind this common sense reform. Together we can move the country forward. But folks who are interested in this issue really need to get involved and work to make this happen.
Well, thank you very much. This has been one of the more interesting interviews that I've had. As you know, the opinions expressed during our interviews here on WGXE are the opinions of the speakers. They're not the opinions of WGXE. WGXE is a community radio station, and we have everybody from the community coming in and speaking out on their opinions. The event is taking place this evening. It's taking place right across the street from the radio station there in the public square at the 7th Street Park on the corner of Warren and 7th Street. It is from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. It will be a teach-in and speak out on citizenship. All are
Immigration
invited.
reform.
On citizenship and immigration reform. Thank you very, very much for coming down here. This has been
Gracias.
very, very warm. Juan, my man, we have a lot in common. I love him. He's Juan is here, and thank you, Jimena Concha and Jackie Esposito, very much for joining us here at WGXC.
Thank you for having us.
Gracias por invitarme.
It's been a pleasure. This is WGXC 90.7 FM, streaming live on WGXE